Typically, people feel exhausted in doing one doctorate only, sir. You have two doctorates. So, how does it feel to be a double doctorate?
I started my PhD and I got a job in Department of Atomic Energy. I strongly believe that in this entire world, there is nothing like waste. That is my concept. Everything has got a value, and if we cannot understand or realize its value, then we term this as a waste.
So, you filed your second patent while you were in your mid 60s, correct,
Yes.
sir?
Yes.
That's very inspiring.
I always had a feeling that there should not be any upper limit for you to keep on working. Body allows, keep working.
Go with your boots on.
There's no retirement, absolutely zero retirement. If you remember in 2002, there was a big discovery which was the world's biggest discovery of KG Basin.
KG Basin,
That
Godavari.
KG Basin was discovered by our team, and I am a part of that team, and I am really very proud of it. When you can put faith, then money is nothing, because faith is more important than money. So that is how I would request everyone either to join Wealthy Nivesh or to find their own Wealthy Niveshes, whatever it is.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of My Money Panda with Wealthy Nivesh. So in our episodes of reaching out to our clients and discussing about their career journey, their money journey, today I have got with me Mr. Milap Goud. Mr. Milap Goud is a double doctorate. One degree, one doctorate he holds in chemistry and second in management, which is an honorary doctorate bestowed upon him by International Accreditation Agency. Sir is a leading academician of petroleum industry, and he is also one of the authorized instructors by International Association of Drilling Contractors. So welcome, sir. Welcome to the episode.
Thank you, Ankit.
So typically people feel exhausted in doing one doctorate only, sir. You have two doctorates. So how does it feel to be a double doctorate?
It's definitely a pleasant feeling, but the first one is more close to heart because that was something which I worked hard for. Second one, of course, was a sort of recognition, by virtue of my presence in the media and all. But yes, it also feels good. So the journey had been quite long and it has been satisfactory.
And sir, from what I remember, you did your doctorate while in job itself, correct?
Yes, you are right. I started my PhD and I got a job in Department of Atomic Energy. So my guide was very kind to me. He said, you join the job, but don't discontinue the PhD. And that is how, it went on. And I owe this degree to my guide, Professor Kapoor, without which it would have not been possible.
So another shining example of Guru Shishya Parampara, as they say.
Of course.
Great. And sir, how did you motivate yourself so much that you could pursue? Why I'm asking this question? People get exhausted in job, and people certainly get exhausted in PhD only. You did both of them together. So what was the motivation behind doing both together?
I have an academic orientation basically. My academic bent of mind, of course, helped me. And in addition to that, I got a good support from my guide. And there were occasions where I was asking myself that why have I stopped doing research in which I am good at? And I couldn't find a suitable answer. So I said, well, I'll do my job as well as do my research, and rest is a part of journey.
And I believe you have got two patents also. So if you can take us through what are those patents about, and how did you think about going in those domains, and how did you manage them while in job?
Yeah, good question, Ankit. Patents, the first patent actually, because I strongly believe that in this entire world, there is nothing like waste. That is my concept. Everything has got a value, And if we cannot understand or realize its value, then we term this as a waste. So it so happened that I went to one of the industrialists and he showed me some big heap of waste. I asked him casually, what is it? वो बोलेगा सर ये हमारे लिए सिर दर्द है, इसको भेजना पड़ता है ये. मैं बोला वो सब छोड़ो, है क्या ये? And he gave me a sample. Then I started reverse engineering just to know what are the constituents. And then out of my own understanding of chemistry, I could find a use to that in the drilling fluids, and rest is history. I working in my lab for almost 2-3 years, found a suitable formulation, and we have used it.
So, sir, the mechanical engineer inside me, which is long dead now, is reminding me that drilling liquids are supposed to be very high quality fluids.
Yes.
And you could make those kind of high quality fluids, high technology fluids, from something which was discarded as waste.
Yes.
That's phenomenal, sir.
That's what I said. Nothing is waste. We fail to realize its value.
So probably a metaphorical learning can be ki it depends on your perception. So like that industrialist treated it as a waste, you treated it as an opportunity.
Yes,
Great,
that's
great.
true. Absolutely.
And what is the other patent that you got, sir?
The second patent actually I have worked upon, again, this is an age-old concept which is going on in the industry on the rheology of drilling fluids. I'll not go into the technical details. And there are certain flaws in that. But people have got used to it and वो बोलते ना चलता है, तो it goes on like that. I said नहीं चलेगा. Let me find out. And I started working on each individual shortcoming, and finding shortcoming is easy, but providing solution is also important. There's no point in telling something you're wrong. You have to tell him what you have to do to make yourself right. So then worked upon that. Again, there were a lot of lab work and all. I have my own lab and independent lab. So I worked upon it. I found out the solution, and the second patent was granted only in July 2024, just a year ago. And I have third patent, which is already filed. That is basically I have developed a new software. And again, it's based on the rheology. The rheology is one of my favorite subjects. So rest of things are a little more technical. So I think this is what
we
I
can skip that part.
Yeah.
So you filed your second patent while you were in your mid-60s, correct,
Yes.
sir?
Yes.
That's very inspiring.
Yeah, I started working of my own after 2015. I didn't work for any individual company, but I kept on working. And I always had a feeling that there should not be any upper limit for you to keep on working. The body allows, keep working.
Go with your boots on.
There's no retirement, absolutely zero retirement. And it is more in your mind than anywhere else. So if you tame your mind, if you put it on the right direction, and if you have the courage to question the authority, because a lot of people, they will get, oh yaar, उसने बोला सही होगा ना. Yeah, सही हो सा, but अगर मैं ये सोचता हूँ तो let me try. And if there is a scientific merit in what I'm thinking, then I'll not leave it. I'll go with it.
So that reminds me of this famous incident of Dr. Abdul Kalam Azad. So he said that when his project was failing, he had an option of, being in a government job, either keeping silent and just passing the time.
That's right.
Or raising the flag, saying that this thing is, not working this way. We need to change, to his boss. He did that, and rest is history.
He was a great visionary.
He was.
I would really salute him.
Great. So, sir, if you can take the audience through your career journey, from the time you started, the kind of education that you had, then what kind of work you did, how did you decide on the education part, how did you decide on the career part, and how your career had developed in last 40 years?
Good question. I think my take would be people should first have clarity in their mind as to what do they need from life. Many times, we keep roaming around. Sometimes we think we need money, sometimes we think we need recognition, sometimes we think this. So unless you are clear, this is what I want, that will decide your goal. If someone wants to be a billionaire, well, his approach could be different. Someone wants to be a scientist, he has to be different. So first thing is you should decide your priority in the life, and then look at your own strengths. Do you have the strength to achieve that clarity? And the third thing is finally it is an amalgamation of both and the parental support. But yes,
Blessings.
nevertheless, money is an important factor. And for every goal to be pursued, you must have a knack to make money. I mean, I'm not a saint. I will not say कि पैसा जरूरी नहीं है. बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा शायद कभी तकलीफ दे दे, but पैसे के बिना भी ज़िंदगी नहीं चलती है.
So what all education you had, sir, in college?
I completed my bachelor's degree in 1975. Then I did my master's in 1977. Then I continued with the CSIR Junior Research Fellow in the university as a research scholar. But by the time I got a call from Department of Atomic Energy, Bhabha Atomic Research Center. So I took that job, and I was actually posted subsequently in Baroda on their heavy water unit. At that time, I asked a question to myself, well, job is fine, but what about the work which I have done? Then I approached my guide, and he was so kind that he immediately said, come back, come to university, do as much as work you want. I will give you all the sorts of facilities, no one can stop you. And I again say, I owe this to my guru. So this is how it went on, and after that, somehow oil field was always a fascination for me, and I got an opportunity to join ONGC. So I started in ONGC in 1980. Having worked for almost 15-16 years with ONGC, I went abroad. I went to Oman, worked for PDO, Petroleum Development of Oman, but that was through our Indian company SR. So I actually represented SR there. For 4 long years I worked. Then I worked with a Houston-based company, Baker Hughes Intech, which was, I was a consultant with them. Then I got a big breakthrough of my career where I was in Reliance for 10 long years.
In
Reliance
the initial years of Reliance?
Reliance Industries Limited. RCP is also, I was the elder brother Mukesh Bhai in E&P. And I was the drilling fluids in charge of the E&P division of RIL. And if you remember, in 2002, there was a big discovery, which was the world's biggest discovery of KG Basin.
KG Basin,
That
Godavari.
KG Basin was discovered by our team, and I am a part of that team, and I am really very proud of it, because that has really helped our economy also to boost by the availability of the gas. And I continued there for more than a decade. Then things became very stalemate, and I got this feeling in my mind, something which becomes stalemate has to stir. And at the same time, I got a job in Kuwait Oil Company. I went to Kuwait, worked for a short while. Kuwait is good country. KOC is also good. Came back to India, worked for a Canadian company. Then I started my own, and I built my lab. So I do independent work for small scale operators, and I'm still continuing that.
So you started your career with ONGC, then you worked in...
I started with BRC.
Yeah, sorry.
In the oil field, it
Yes,
was with
yes,
ONGC.
yes,
You're
yes.
right.
So you started with Bhabha Atomic Research Center. Simultaneously, you did your PhD also. Then you worked for ONGC for 15-16 years.
Yeah.
Then you worked for
SR.
in Middle East. Then
Then
you
I
worked
came
for
back
Reliance.
Baker Hughes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, sir, this was about the career. Now, tell us about your journey with money. And I'll tell you how we look at the answer. We look at the answer in the sense that you share that I started earning at this age. Then there were so many expenses, so I could not save. Then I started saving. Then I started investing into this product. Then gradually I shifted to this product. Then nowadays I invest in all these products. So like that, if you can take us your journey and experience with money.
Yeah, good point. I am very proud to say that I come from a mediocre background, whereas every penny we used to hold with our teeth. And I used to work in ONGC. It was sort of no shortage of money, but no excess. And life was going on like 27-28 तारीख को 200-300 रुपये बचते थे, but we were happy. Then my son was born, And somehow he had an obsession to become a pilot. So he started expressing his desire, and I got worried. ये pilot कैसे बनेंगे भाई?
बहुत पैसा लगता है.
Yeah, it's too much of a money. Then the money factor started running into
Tickling.
my mind. So at the back of the mind, I was always wondering, how do I earn enough, or how do I save enough, to be more important? How do I invest rightly to make him a pilot? Well, I think destiny sent him to become a pilot, so I got a job in Muscat. That's the first time I got money where I could save a bit. At the time, I had no idea. FD, सब यही समझते थे, fixed deposit, and NR, blah blah, whatever it is. But once I sent him abroad, then there was a regular requirement of pumping the money. That's the time I think we met, probably. I met you, you were, it is a bank probably, right?
2018.
Yeah. So I think before you there were two more RMs. But then I started thinking that FD is good enough, but not the best option. So I must proudly announce that you are the person who actually introduced me to the concept of investment in the mutual funds, blah blah blah. And even today, it's not an exaggeration. Even today, I really don't understand all these concepts too deep enough. But I know I have a man who understands it. So it kept on growing, and I was able to feed whatever is required for my son, and at the same time I could buy a house for myself. So things started changing. I could say that I came out of the orbit of a lower middle class to a upper middle class by virtue of savings and by virtue of earnings in dollars. It was a combination of both.
And also financial discipline.
Correct. But yes, disciplined investment with a person who has enough knowledge and who is able to keep a track of things, There are people who probably do it by themselves, and maybe they are able to do it. But I would still say that a professional company of like Wealthy Nivesh, or it could be, should be given the responsibility of doing what they are good at.
So, sir, now I have been your wealth manager for around 8 years, and you were one of my first clients in Mumbai, and you were one of the first 5 clients in Wealthy Nivesh also.
Wow.
So, how has been your experience of being a client of Wealthy Nivesh up till now?
थोड़ा हिंदी में बोलता हूँ. Actually, शुरू में I always thought that you are an RM of HDFC Bank. But you remember 2-3 times you jovially told me, sir, अगर मैं जाऊँगा ना तो यहाँ से आपको लेके जाऊँगा. Remember?
Yes, I do.
Or it happened like that. After that, I never thought that Ankit is my investment manager or anything like that. I started understanding you better, and we both started understanding each other better, and our wavelengths matched properly. Then I put my faith on you. So when you can put faith, then money is nothing, because faith is more important than money. So that is how, I would request everyone either to join Wealthy Nivesh or to find their own Wealthy Niveshes, whatever it is. But going to market with the false notion that I can overpower the market is something where you shouldn't be careful about it. It's not a wise decision. Yeah.
And do you think that in addition to expertise part, a wealth manager should help on engagement part also, like
Correct.
engaging regularly,
That's
updating
right.
you?
Yes.
So do you think that also helps to build
It really
the
helps a
relationship?
lot. And there are, वो बोलते हैं ना, हाथ कंगन को आरसी क्या, पढ़े लिखे को फारसी क्या. So what I have seen that my portfolio has grown with you beyond what I could think about. So, and you haven't done anything special to me as a customer. You would do the same thing to any customer, for that matter.
Yes.
Forget about your personal relations are fine, but when it comes to profession, you are as good to me as to anyone else.
Correct, correct.
So that is exactly the point what I'm trying to convey here to the people, that find your own wealthy Nivesh or come to Ankit, whichever way.
Great. Thanks for such sweet words, sir. Thanks for all your blessing and support. It was pleasure talking to you.